everyone and welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I am back in 2022 with a makeup tutorial kind of video. I really hope you enjoy watching this video. I hope that you have had an amazing New Year's and a great start to the year so far. I will be showing you how I created this kind of look right here. It wasn't really planned as such. I basically just wanted to have a big catch up with you all in today's video. I go into detail kind of just of what I've been up to the past year in terms of my living situation, in terms of jobs, in terms of headspace, goals, what I've been up to, relationships, friendships, all sorts of things I go into in this video, just because I really felt like, because I have been quite inconsistent in the kind of later half of 2021, I felt like I needed to kind of explain why, to show you why. But if you'd like to kind of have a big catch up with me, a bit of a ramble while I do my makeup, grab yourself a snack or a hot chocolate, maybe a yummy drink, an iced coffee, whatever you fancy, and let's just continue. I really hope you enjoy watching this video. Such a rambly intro, but it's been a while since I've been kind of filming, so it's gonna take me a while to get used to it again. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy watching this video. Before you do carry on watching, please go ahead and follow me on my social media pages. I am shivonmakeupbiz on everything. Instagram, TikTok and Facebook I would say would be the best ones to go to. Please give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It means the absolute world, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload a new video, which hopefully will be a lot more frequent this year. But yeah, if you'd like to see this makeup look, have a ramble with me, then please carry on watching. Here we go. I've already done my brows and popped a little bit of primer just to save a little bit of time. I use the Morphe Hazelnut Brow Gel thing, and then the Benefit 24-hour brow setter, as well as the P. Louise base. For shadow, I'm going to be taking the Morphe 35F Full Into Fabulous palette. Because it's been such a while since I have filmed a makeup video, I was planning on doing like an autumn makeup look. It is now winter, so here we are. I do love these palettes, but the only thing I just will say is, like, if you can see, like, my fingers are clean, like they pick up fingerprints so easily. But I'm going to do a little bit of a smoky look today. So I'm going to start off with the shade. I'll show you the palette. This is what it looks like. It's absolutely stunning. When I opened it, I remembered how gorgeous it was when I got it in the post. It is just stunning. I really want to do like a proper smoky eye. So I am actually going to start off with the lightest shade. Usually I start with darkest and blend outwards, but I'm going to be old school. And I'm going to start with this shade right here, which is called Unisex. So I'm just taking this shade here called Unisex on a Morphe brush. This is from the Earth to Dare collection, I think it's called. I'll have all the information in the description box down below for you, and the handles are made of bamboo, which is really cool. So I'm just going to tap in the base just so there's no like creasing or anything, because if you blend on top of eyeshadow base that's already creased, then chances are your shadow's going to crease. So just tapping the excess of that out. So as I kind of briefly touched on in the intro, this video is going to be a little bit more of a catch-up kind of tutorial. So if you are here just for the makeup look, I am sorry, there will be a little bit of rambling in this video. So I'm just taking the shadow and tapping off the excess, because it's been such a long time since I filmed a makeup video, and this channel is based on makeup and always will be, so don't worry. It's just been a little bit of a crazy time. I've kind of been focusing on basically just living my best life lately. Since about, I want to say like May, June 2021 kind of time, I've really just been focusing on living my best life and taking every opportunity to just have a really good time basically, and absolutely no regrets. When I look back on 2021, as most people do when it comes to the kind of like New Year reflection, although I didn't do a lot of my like, you know, goals, that kind of thing that I kind of wanted to achieve, I don't have any regrets, because I had the best time and I really just lived my life for me, as cliche and kind of cheesy as that sounds. I went to tons of festivals, I went out a lot, you know, I wasn't drinking in excess or anything like that, but I just really let my hair down and just kind of just didn't really like care too much, if you know what I mean. Just like embraced my confident, like outgoing self. I really truly discovered that I am in actual fact a massive extrovert. I love meeting people and socializing and it's just been an absolute amazing time, and I'm super grateful. And I do feel like a little bit guilty kind of saying I had a really good year, because I know how difficult it has been, and trust me, 2020 for me was just like another level. But I feel like I really did deserve just to let my hair down and just have the best time ever. But this year I'm still going to do that, but I'm just going to take a little bit of a step back so I can focus more on YouTube and TikTok, Instagram, personal goals, that kind of thing that I've kind of neglected over the past 6 months, which kind of explains the hiatus from YouTube and everything. And just for makeup purposes, I have just blended this into my crease very softly. I'm just going to build that up a little bit more, focusing on the outer corner. I'm starting by depositing that colour and then just blending that through the crease. So yeah, I just wanted to have a bit of a catch up in this video because it's been such a long time since I filmed a makeup video. I'm going to be a little bit all over the place for a while, as in hopping from one subject to subject, but bear with me. I'm going to get back into the swing of things. It's my absolute goal for this year, just to get back into a good routine again with content and everything. You know, I've been ill a little bit. I had a really horrible cold, which wasn't COVID, and then I did catch COVID like over Christmas time. Obviously I moved into this place, moved out in September, which took up a lot more time than it had anticipated. So it's just been a little bit of a crazy time, but now everything's definitely settling down. I feel like January is quite a quiet month. People were sort of like, okay, I've like, you know, let loose, what's the plan now? So yeah, that's why I wanted to have a good catch up with you in this video rather than just going straight into the tutorials of put this shadow down and blend this and cut the crease and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to give you a bit of like a catch up on what's going on, I guess. And that's why a lot on my channel, the most recent videos have all been haul videos, and it's not because I have a shopping addiction. I mean, I do love to shop, but it is literally just because they're the easiest videos for me to film, because I kind of sit down, show you what I got, edit it and upload it, whereas makeup videos can take me hours and hours and hours to edit. And if I'm completely honest, my attention span just really isn't good. Some YouTubers can edit videos straight through, get it done in a couple hours. It takes me about 6 to 7 hours in total because I just get distracted so easily. So for me, doing makeup videos will always be the root of my YouTube channel, and I'm going to try and do more and get back into the swing of things, but they just do take me forever to film, which is why they've kind of taken a back seat lately. But I definitely want to get back into them, and I saw a comment recently asking where the makeup tutorials are, and I hear you. They are coming, and they are coming. I'm going to dedicate more time to them. So anyway, while I've been chatting, I've definitely blended too much of that into the crease than I was expecting, but it's going to be a smoky eye, so that's fine. So as you can see, I've just really worked that into the crease. I've also pulled that quite far up, but I will cut that kind of with concealer later. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, I'm back with the other eye done. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is this really warm chocolatey brown shade called Trunk Show, on a Morphe M412 brush, which is kind of like a dense fluffy brush. I'm basically going to do the exact same thing, just not bring it up as high. But yeah, going back to the catch-up video, 2021 reflections. What a year. So going into the, I feel this is really important for like my kind of story on where I've been in the past like year or so. In 2019, at the end of 2019, around sort of September, then October, then November, then December time, it's a very gradual process through a really nasty breakup. I'm not going to go into it in detail because just out of respect, and also, you know, that's in the past now. I don't really want to dwell on it or anything like that, because everything happens for a reason and brings you to better things that are suited to you and everything like that. In terms of 2020, I started the year off in a really awful place. I went through a lot of like transformation externally. You know, I invested in getting my lips done, all that kind of thing. Not for anyone else but me. I went to the gym a lot, you know, just the typical like outer self glow up kind of things. I really tried to focus on me, but I really was in a bad place. And it wasn't even just because of the breakup at this point. That was a big point to it, but just, you know, it was a really hard year for pretty much everyone. And so because of that, going into 2020, New Year's wasn't great. And then I went through a whole, Yeah, so bringing me up to New Year's going into 2021, I was at home with my family, as probably most people were, because we weren't allowed out at that time because of COVID restrictions. To be honest, I probably wouldn't have had anywhere to go, because most of my friends at that time were in long-term relationships. They were all cozied up with their family, that kind of thing. So I would have just been at home watching the fireworks on telly, which is nothing wrong with that, but when you're in this kind of like funky headspace, it's really good to just be out and about with people. I mean, for me anyway, that's what I've discovered. So yeah, when the clock hit midnight going into 2021, I kid you not, I burst into tears, guys. I literally I remember how I felt in that moment. I was so anxious the whole night. New Year's is always like a really sort of like an overthinking kind of time. You start to think of where you are in life and all of that kind of stuff, and I just was really not in a good headspace. I was super depressed. I felt really alone. I was trying to put on a brave face most of the time, but I just really was not in a good place. Anyway, the clock hit midnight and I burst into tears, and not happiness tears or like relief, just literal, just overwhelming, like, oh, got another year of this kind of thing. I don't know, I just actually burst into tears and I just really was not happy. So yeah, that's how 2021 started. And then, you know, it was really difficult for the next few months or so, but again, I was just really trying, like I was trying to focus on doing like more fashion content and stuff. You might be able to pick it up slightly in my videos, but you can see my like happiness and confidence get better. I'm better as videos go on, even though there are so few of them later in the year. And then it hit so just a few months of that basically, and we were still in lockdown at this point. Then I got to go out for my birthday, which is May Bank holiday weekend, and I was so grateful. We still had to sit down and it was a little bit weird. I had a panic attack on my birthday. I think it was just the overwhelming, like, oh my god, I'm in London, there's so many people around, that kind of thing. But I was really loving just being out and about and stuff. And then it got about June time, I actually started dating again properly, and I did meet someone who I clicked really well with. And something I've learned about dating and everything, which I will get to later in the video, is that just because you click with someone doesn't necessarily mean that you're made for each other, and I figured this out later on. But anyway, I started dating this guy. It's really nice and everything, there's nothing horrible about him or anything like that. And then I had convinced myself that I wanted something super chilled and relaxed, which is not like me at all. I'm a big hopeless romantic. I had a great summer, even whilst dating like this guy and stuff. Like, I'm not really one to date more than one person at a time, I just can't do that. So yeah, started dating this guy and then was doing my own thing in the summer too. I was going out with my friends a lot, and then I met a new friend from TikTok and Instagram. We had been like commenting on each other's like stuff for a while, and then we just got to talking in like Instagram DMs and things, and became like quite good friends and realised so much in common. I've taken this so far up. And then, you know, when you say to someone like, oh, let's do this, like, but it never ends up happening. We had arranged to go to a rave because we both discovered we both love drum and bass, and she messaged me in, I want to say like July or August time, and said, hey, like, there's this rave, do you want to go to? And I was like, absolutely yes, like, let's do it. So I ended up going. I will be right back. I'm filming a TikTok tutorial at the same time, and I just accidentally posted it halfway through, and it's really annoying, so I can't just go and clip it and then record from the video that I recorded. This is what I mean, it's gonna take me a while to get back into it, but I'm now taking this shade right here called Sequins, which is a shimmery burgundy colour, and I think I'm going to top it with this glitter. And I'm not going to cut the crease, but I'm going to take the Peaches Makeup PC52 and kind of tap it like on the lid kind of thing. I'm just kind of playing with makeup really, just so I can chat to you guys. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so I'm just basically living my best life, just kind of being free and single and just taking life as it is, do you know what I mean? So then I'm starting to like really enjoy life again, which is really nice. Like in the summer, like I really just started to enjoy my life again. I was able to go out because of like lockdown rules had lifted. I was going to the cinemas, going out, just out and about, that kind of thing. Okay, let's see how nice this is. Okay, pretty, just gonna tap that kind of on the lid. So yeah, basically I ended up going to this rave with my friend from TikTok. I will link her TikTok down below. She's amazing. She does really cool like videos on spirituality, advice videos, like obviously amazing makeup transformations as well. A lot of videos on like narcissistic like relationships and things, which is really insightful, and like amazing friend, and ended up like getting along with all these amazing people, just living like my best life. Like I remember feeling so free that day, like oh my god, I just feel like I'm just free, like I'm just living my life. Like I literally went to this rave with my friend, met all these amazing new people, and they added me to their group chat. I was invited. Then they invited, well, not, they sort of like mentioned how there was, I'm really not feeling the sound, like I'm not gonna lie, but we're playing with makeup, it's fine, a festival the next week. So I went to, this was for bank holiday weekend in August now. There was a festival that weekend. It was actually my last weekend at home. At this point, by the way, again, I'm not going to go into it in detail out of respect, but I really wasn't having a great time at home as well. I felt very trapped and just wanted to get out and couldn't relax, that kind of thing. So yeah, life at home was really not great. So the escapism was helping me a lot. So I went to this festival. I just happened to be free that weekend. It was the last weekend I had before I was moving out, which all happened very suddenly, to be completely honest. So I was like, yes, absolutely, like I will go. And I started picking up these vibes from this boy who I will tell you about shortly, in the group chat, who I hadn't met yet, but he made me laugh all the time with what he said. But I was still seeing the other boy in question, so I didn't like kind of proceed or flirt or anything like that, because like I said, that's not my style. But I did pick up on it for sure, which I think is normal if you're not like in a committed relationship and everything like that. So yeah, I went to this festival, met the boy in question who was there. So didn't flirt or anything, but like said hey, had a great time. And at this point I started to have doubts about the other guy, but I hadn't played on it much and just kind of tried to again convince myself that that was normal and, you know, to be calm and collected and whatever. But I just started to have doubts. I wasn't really that massively into it anymore. More time went by, went to like a few raves and went out and about like with my other friends and just had a great time. And then things with boy one, who I dated briefly in the summer, ended. So just honestly, it was a bit of a relief when it happened, which is definitely a sign that we weren't made for each other. And there was no like bad feelings or anything like that. It was literally just like, this isn't working. So that ended, which was relief. And then from then I was like, okay, I'm on a mission now. I'm ready to be in a relationship again. Like that's what I want. And I had it in my head like, you know what, this is what I deserve. Like I don't want any like flings like that, or you know, people who say they don't want a relationship and stuff. Like I just can't be bothered with it all. It doesn't necessarily mean that I was desperate or anything like that, and they say like, oh, if you stop looking it will find you, blah blah blah. I don't actually necessarily think that's true. I think that's just something that people say to make people who want to be in a relationship better. You can definitely love yourself, but it's human nature to want to be with a partner. It just is. And I think you can't expect to bring love into your life if you're closing yourself off to it. So that's my little stance on that. Anyway, a few weeks later went by and I wasn't massively convinced like I was going to meet anyone. I was like, oh, you know, this is what I want, but I'm trying to stay positive. Like I will meet someone, I'm going out all the time, blah, 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 blah. And then I went to another rave because I'm just loving my life. And with this new group of people who I've made, and they're just like honestly the best people ever. They're such good eggs. It's really like good souls. So I'm out on this night out and boy number two, I feel like I'm on a blind date. So boy number two was there, and towards the end of the night, like I'm always the one at a rave who wants to stay right until the end. I feel like if you're gonna go to a rave, why would you leave early? So he was also one of those people who waited, like stayed right to the end, and a lot of people were kind of cleared off by that point. I was dancing with him and he was feeling my vibe and we were doing stupid dances together and I was just absolutely loving it. So I really need to focus on the makeup. As told you, it's going to be a big catch-up video. I am now going to take... Okay, I am now going to take this shade right here, which is kind of like a champagne-y, rosy gold shimmery colour called Textile right here. And I'm going to pop that on the inner section and blend it into the sort of burgundy colour. So yeah, anyway, we're starting to flirt, and I say to my friend who kind of introduced me to everyone, I said to her, I was like, oh my god, he's really attractive. And then from that moment I knew I fancied him. I was just like, yeah, I fancy him, like, that's it. Some more time went past and I literally just could not stop thinking about him. It was mental. It was like just that moment when we were dancing, we just clicked. So yeah, a few sort of, I think it was like a couple of weeks went by, and there was another event or rave in London. Just a lot of stuff had been going on with me mentally that past couple of weeks. I was in a bit of a weird headspace. I'm blaming it on Mercury retrograde, the full moon, I was on my period. I just was in a really funky headspace where I didn't really know if I was doing like the right thing in my life. Like I was kind of regretting stuff and just feeling a little bit funky, but I still couldn't get this guy out of my head. Then that event came round and my friend who I initially met couldn't go, so it was a very small group of us, and long story short, I shot my shot. Basically, we were dancing and I went, I fancy you! And then he told me he fancied me too, and yeah, so that was really exciting. And I don't actually know if he'll ever watch this video. I'm probably not going to tell him that I'm talking about him on his video because he might be embarrassed. I don't know. But I feel like I should be a little bit more open on my channel. I'm not going to go into like names and stuff until I know that people were like 100% comfortable in kind of sharing the tea. So yeah, and then just long story short, we kind of like hit it off literally from that night, and that was like end of October, beginning of November kind of time. And then that's when I knew, I was like, right, okay, this is the guy for me. I think he's amazing, and yeah, it's been going really well. I'm super happy. And midnight going into 2022, he asked me to be his girlfriend. He told me he loves me. So as you can tell, I'm a super happy girl, and that's why I felt like it was really important to tell you that story on how I burst into tears going into 2021 and how much has changed in the space of a year, because 2021 was my most transformative year ever. But yeah, I am super happy, so I thought I would tell you that little story. I look like a panda. That's kind of where I am life-wise. Now I'm going to take the shade 90s Model, which is this beautiful burgundy brown colour right here, and I'm actually going to smudge that along the lash line like a liner. So yeah, just going back to the catch up, I am feeling absolutely so beyond grateful recently. I have felt like, you know, a happy bunny for the last few months. Of course there's been a few like, you know, ups and downs here and there, but that's normal. But just overall I'm just in really good headspace, and I feel like because of that I'm now completely ready to go back into YouTube and everything. You know, I entered 2022, let's rephrase that. I entered 2021 really down, in a bad headspace. Felt super lonely. I was still living at home, just I wasn't happy. And then it went, and you know, didn't know as many people, and then 2022 I entered with a boyfriend who loves me. I love him. I now live by myself. I have a little flat, and I have like a whole extra new group of friends. They're not replacements, but they're extras who have such similar interests to me with music and everything, and just my social life is a lot more exciting. I feel a lot more like special day to day. I feel a lot more like grateful even just for the little things, which I feel like is so important, like how the view looks from your window in the morning, or how soft your bed sheets feel. Just like little things I notice a lot more because I am in a happier headspace, therefore it is easier to pick up on those things. So yeah, I'm just okay. I feel like that's definitely helped the look. I like it. Okay, I also forgot to say, ignore my gross lashes. I twiddled them the other day and ripped some of them out, so that was that. But yeah, that was probably like a 15-minute kind of ramble on things. So that's my kind of reflection on this past year to year and a half. This year I just feel like it's going to be the best year ever. I genuinely just have the best feeling about 2022. I feel like Everyone I know seems to have really good feelings about this year. They seem like really kind of motivated and positive. They want to do loads of things, which I am just absolutely like one for. I'm going on holiday this year. I'm going to Albania, which I'm really excited for. I haven't been on a plane since before we even knew COVID was a thing, so I'm so excited for that. I'm going to a festival which is called Hospitality on the Beach, which I'm so excited for. I've not actually been to a weekend festival with my friends ever, so this will be really cool for me. Obviously it's not camping, we're staying in quite like cheap accommodation. I'm so excited for it, and my boyfriend this feels so cool to say that, is also one of the people going, and funny enough we actually booked this holiday within like 2 weeks of me meeting the group. I was like, yeah, I'm coming, and obviously had no idea that we'd end up being boyfriend and girlfriend, so it's just worked out really nicely. It's quite a small group of us, as you can imagine, it being an abroad trip, not everyone can kind of go, but I'm so excited for that. That's in June, just after my birthday, so yeah, I'm so excited for that. I'm going to really focus on YouTube this year, so hopefully I'll get a lot more videos up. Yeah, going back to the makeup, I think that's definitely like added the look what it needs. Obviously that was the story of it all, but just touching on the updates, I'm so grateful for everyone that's in my life at the moment. Like this extra new group of friends are just like the nicest people ever. I'm now taking the Morphe Make It Big liner, and I'm going to do a wing. But yeah, touching on the people, I'm so grateful for this new group of friends, and then also I now have another new bestie in my absolute life, and we are so cute to each other. Like we're like, I love you, you're my soulmate. We are just like the cutest duo ever, and everyone is just so cute. We are like connected. I actually feel like we are friendship soulmates, and I feel like I've known her forever. So Alex, if you're watching, hey girl. I know she won't mind me saying her name, so I'll link her TikTok down below. And then my boyfriend, so exciting to say that because I just feel so happy. He is just amazing. I don't think he'll probably watch this video, but he is just amazing. Like he's actually perfect to me in every way. He is goofy, he is passionate about so many different things, he teaches me new things every day. He is really affectionate and romantic and just makes me feel safe. Like he just I don't know, his presence just makes me feel really safe, and I just love him so much. I'm so grateful for him, and I'm so excited to make more memories with him this year. And obviously I think he's absolutely beautiful inside and out. He's just the most beautiful soul and outer shell ever, and I am, you know, what's the cool word, a simp. But yeah, no, I'm super happy and excited to make more memories. I'm just gonna do my wings, I can't do this while I'm talking. Oh, that was difficult. I think this look's gonna look nice once I've cleaned up that mess underneath my eye. I was gonna do tape, but then I forgot. Yeah, so that's all the positiveness that I'm kind of taking from 2021 and bringing into 2022. So yeah, this year I really want to focus back on my content, make like cool new videos, like fashion reels. I want to be a little bit more confident enough to do talking Instagram stories. I don't know why, but it's just because I can see that people have viewed it, and it makes me really like I don't know, nervous or something, which is a bit silly because I put myself on YouTube and people can watch me for 30 minutes or however long I'm rambling for. But I want to be confident enough to do talking Instagram stories, because I noticed that the people I follow that I look forward to watching their stories, they always talk in their videos. So I want to do that as well. This is a tense moment. This is such a good eyeliner. You can get so detailed with it. I'm very happy with those wings. Yeah, as you can tell, super positive, happy bunny. 2022 holiday content. I also want to like focus on my head a little bit more, because I feel like I did a lot of healing in a sort of, not a negative way, but trying to heal from like trauma and or just bad headspaces. So now I'm in a good headspace. I want to like keep it that way as much as I physically can. So I want to meditate more. I want to get more into my spirituality. Oh, do you remember the pop? Oh, this is Morphe's Trendsetter liner. I'm going to pop this through the waterline. And I want to read more because I have such like an active brain. I call it my butterfly brain. I get distracted so easily. It was what I mentioned earlier about editing videos. It takes me a while to like really get focused on something for a long amount of time, even if I am enjoying it. So with reading, I want to be able to at least not over exert myself, if that's the right word, but just like at least read a little bit a night, just something, even if it's literally 2 pages, and like really try and focus on obviously what the book's saying. I'm a really fast reader, but sometimes I don't actually take in what I'm reading, so I need to do that. I really want to just kind of get my morning and night routine back in order. I've actually been off my normal job, which is another thing that happened in 2021. I also went full-time with my job, whereas I was part-time before, so naturally I have less time to make videos with. Just as a side, I've been off work for the past 2 days, as in today and yesterday. I've deep-cleaned my whole flat. It looks absolutely spotless. I feel like I'll be in a better headspace, like tidy space, tidy mind, and that way I can like settle into bed with a book and just read a few pages before I go to sleep, and try not to scroll through TikTok until like 2 in the morning, which I usually do, things like that. I just want to like focus on just little improvements, nothing like too massive. Like rather than saying to myself I want to do 4 YouTube videos a week, I want to post every single day on Instagram, I want to read a book a month and all that kind of crazy stuff, just little bits, because I feel like they'll really build up to bigger improvements just in my life. So yeah, I also want to get more into cooking. I had a little phase for a couple of weeks where I was doing loads of recipes and finding some really yummy things, but I want to eat a lot more healthier. Not to necessarily like lose a ton of weight or anything, but just to get more like goodness into my body, like more veggies and stuff. That's pretty much my update for now. I'm just going to go off camera real quick and clean up this mess. So I've just taken off the underneath of my eyes. I thought this video is going to be a little bit less chatty now, but who knows. Okay, so I'm now going to curl what I have of my lashes, because I'm basically just trying to take these off anyway, as in my eyelash extensions. I don't really care too much about damaging my eyelash extensions, because I'm obviously not going to just keep that little random bit on. I'm just going to curl my lashes a little bit. So obviously this eye has a little bit more eyelash extensions going on, and I know you're not really supposed to curl eyelash extensions, so I'm hoping this kind of actually takes them off. I'm now going to put on the Morphe Make It Big lash primer. Just wanted to give this a go really. I'm going to be putting on false eyelashes anyway, but this looks fun, so I thought while getting out all the products for this video, I thought let's give this a go, shall we? So I'm just wiping off the excess. I'm going to pop this on to my eyelashes. So yeah, super positive, happy bunny. So super positive, happy bunny. I also want to learn a little bit more about astrology, because I'm quite clued up, to be fair, on kind of basic like star sign stuff. So like sun, moon, rising, your Venus sign, your Mars sign, that kind of thing. Sort of the basics of it really, because it is something that I'm very passionate about and I just love, and I find it so interesting. But I want to learn more about more in-depth astrology, so things like houses, sidereal, tropical, like all these little like phrases that I see on the astrology side of Twitter basically, that I don't really understand too much. I kind of understand the houses are like your journey in life, kind of, but I just want to learn more about that and just kind of be a little bit better. Like wellness goals, I think wellness is the best way to explain it. I'm not going to be like I want to grow a bum, because I feel like I had that goal for a while and I actually feel like that was just making me feel bad about myself. And when your Instagram is plastered with girls who've got BBLs and they stand at certain angles to make their bum look bigger, it can make you feel really crappy about yourself. So I don't want to set any kind of body goals like that, because I just know that it's not good for me mentally. If that works for you and it doesn't play on your mental health, then absolutely go for it. Just got to find out what works for you in literally every aspect of life, whatever works for you. But for me, things like that just make me, it cut me off in a little like speechy type talk. But I was just saying to not be hard on myself, but just like concentrate a lot more on like wellness. So meditation, being still and calm, doing yoga, just like taking it really slow and chilled and just enjoying life. So yeah, I don't really feel like this is doing much, to be completely honest. It probably just shows you like where to put the mascara, but it's kind of difficult because of the remaining lash extensions. There's not really much to work with, to be honest. I'm now taking the Morphe Make It Big Black. Bit of a mascara. I should probably let this dry a little bit, but I cannot be bothered. Wipe off the excess. I have so much mascara from wearing eyelash extensions for basically the past like year. I barely ever use mascara, so I have a lot of it. Right, I'm just gonna pop some mascara on. But yeah, let me know if you have made it this far throughout the video, what kind of videos you would like to see from me coming in the future. I can't promise like dates and times and how frequent and stuff, because it's going to take me a while to get back into it. I know it will do, but I'm going to really try. Got my poor excuses of lashes right now. But yeah, let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me. Like when it comes to makeup videos, do you still want to see tutorials? Is there anything, a tutorial that you want to see a specific look of? Because I feel like, I mean, I still watch makeup videos from time to time, but I kind of feel like it's all been done. It might be a bit extreme, but I don't really know what kind of looks haven't been done or that you would like me to do. So let me know, like give me some insight on what you would like, or if you would like more testing makeup videos, because those are always really fun to film. Like let me know. I'm gonna go with the flow basically and just see what kind of content I end up making. Now I'm just gonna go off camera and pop on these lashes from Chelsea Cosmetics. They say mink, but they are actually a luxury vegan makeup brand. These are in the style Classy, and they look like this. I'm gonna go ahead and pop these on off camera, and I'll be right back to do the face. Okay, so now we've got the lashes on. I'm going to pop on some primer. This is the MUA Pro Base Oil Free Primer, because the foundation I'm going to be putting on is a little bit more dewy. So I'm just going to squeeze this onto my fingertips. I need to get myself a new memory card because this one keeps like cutting out mid-film. Or just a whole new camera at some point. My whole goal was when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to buy myself a new camera, and I feel like that should still be the goal. I'm just smoothing this on. I don't have a place to like put my makeup at the moment, so I'm just using the viewfinder. Rub that in. Or also touching on 22 goals, sort my skin out. I'm a 26-year-old woman. Obviously blemishes are normal, but it's getting to the point now where it's starting to get me down again, because it's not just one spot. I'm getting them, these are all scars now. I'm getting breakouts here and here as per usual, and I'm just done with it. So I'm really going to try and focus on sorting my skin out, finding the best routine for me. I work in skincare, so I should be using the right products, which I will be using soon, but I've just been using up really old makeup skincare because I feel like I shouldn't waste anything, but I realise I'm then just using bad products on my skin. So I'm going to get into a good skincare routine soon. I've got all my products which will work for me. I know they will, ready to go. I've got all sorts of things, and I'm also going to try and sort out like a contraception and like see which is the best one for my skin as well. And I'm trying these pre and probiotic tablets from Hum Nutrition. I'm taking the NYX Born to Glow foundation, by the way, in the shade Soft Beige. I really don't think this is actually going to match me now I'm looking at it, but we'll just pop on some concealer. Okay, I feel like it might match like remnants of tan left on my neck, but it's going to look a little bit crazy for the next minute or so while I blend this in. I've heard that sorting your kind of gut health out is really good for your skin, so I'm taking these supplements in to try and help. I've literally just started them a few days ago, so make sure you follow me on Instagram because I'm going to be doing a update in a month. I've taken a picture of my skin today, and I'll take another picture once I've finished the whole month supply of the tablets, because I feel like that's kind of a good judge. It's about a month and I see they're starting to make progress. So yeah, I really want to sort my skin out this year and just get it into like a best condition, especially for the holiday. I don't really want to be applying loads of makeup every day, so I feel like I really want to make myself feel like as confident as possible within myself for this holiday. Like no one wants to be popping on like a heavy foundation when it's like really hot. See, because it's like a summer festival holiday, we'll be dancing and stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to get myself into a really good place in my skin. I'm going to be getting some chemical peels done soon as well. So yeah, I'm just blending this into the skin. Yes, I know it does not match my face. Please don't attack me. I have no excuses. I need to buy foundations that match me when I'm pale. Do you know what it is? I always buy foundations that match my fake tan shade, so it looks a little bit more saturated on camera. But I always buy foundations for fake tan in like the kind of mindset like, oh okay, if you have these foundations you will tan more and stuff, but it doesn't really work out that way. I still only tan like every couple weeks for a night out. But yeah, I'm gonna blend that in as much as possible so I don't look crazy. It's so funny, I literally just said how I don't think my boyfriend will watch this video while I'm like telling the internet our matchmaking story. And then I literally just get a text from him just now to say, I stalked your YouTube, by the way. Crap. Sorry, I'm so sorry for sharing our story on the internet. It's okay. I felt like it was very important. It was a highlight of my 2021 into 2022 experience. So I'm sorry about that. That's really funny. Okay, so I'm just blending out this foundation into the skin. I'm now going to take a product which I've really been loving lately. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Bronzer in the shade Amber, which is such a nice cream bronzer, and I've been using this for just a cream bronzer as it goes, more than like a contouring product. I'm taking my Zoeva 110 Face Shape brush. I'm just going to swirl into the bronzer, and I have just been absolutely loving this. I bought this a couple months ago from Cult Beauty, and every time I have done my makeup, which isn't unless I'm going out, I do reach for this. It's just so nice. Like, the shade I feel like is perfect for my skin tone, both when I've got darker tan on and both when I am paler, like my natural colour. So I'm just taking a little bit of that. I'm just kind of popping that around the outer perimeters of my face. I have this big spot on my forehead, so I'm going to dab over that. That's another thing that I'd also like to concentrate a little bit on 2022. In terms of like the mindfulness, I would also really like to just make a little bit more extra effort in my appearance and not just leave that for when I go out. So for example, I've been going out pretty much every weekend, and so on either a Thursday or Friday night, depending on which night I'm going out, I will do a whole like pampering routine, shower, shave, exfoliate, do my toes, whiten my teeth, do my brows, do a hair mask, you know, all that kind of thing, you know, fake tan, do my makeup the next day. But during the week, because I work from home, I really don't make an effort. There's nothing wrong with that because I'm in my home environment, you know, that kind of thing, and I only have to do like a tiny little meeting once a day. But I do feel like I'm way more productive when I've just kind of made a little bit more effort. Like, even if it's just me popping on a tinted moisturizer, some concealer like this bronzer, a glossy lip gloss or something like that every day, I feel like it will just make me feel so much better, like more like productive. Like, I literally work from my pajamas most days, I'm not gonna lie, because I work from home. I can get away with it, and for the meetings I'll literally just grab a jumper and put that on. So I feel like I don't need to wear like jeans because that's just so uncomfortable, but maybe wear like a nice dress or something, like a knitted dress, because I love a knitted dress. Just make a little bit more effort, you know, just take care of me. I feel like that's the summary of this year. As you can see, I'm just blending that in. I always kind of miss blending back here. I see it in my videos when I turn to the side, I'm like, oh, that's unblended. Next, onto concealer, which I feel like it's going to even out my face a little bit. I'm taking the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C5.5. And I'm just going to pop this kind of in the usual places, really. So chin, which is always my area, all my texture's like round here. And you can't cover texture, but I'm going to pop some here, a little bit down my nose, between the brows, middle of the forehead, just kind of brighten that area up. And then of course under the eyes, and take that quite close up to the lashes. I know a lot of people nowadays just put the concealer like here and here, but for me, I like the old school method, and I feel like when you blend it out, you just blend it out underneath your eye anyway. But obviously makeup is completely personal preference, but I still just happen to like doing my concealer this way. Whatever works for you, whatever works for you, do it. Now we are concealered up, I'm going to take my sponge and start blending. I'm going to start with my chin, tap that in. What time is it now, just to let you know? It is now 11 o'clock. And then on my nose, and then the middle of the forehead, I'm going to bring that up and out. As you can see, I feel this is definitely like evening out the orange. Okay, that's another New Year's goal. I'm going to buy a paler foundation in my favourite foundation. So my favourite foundation of all time is a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush foundation. I'm going to buy a lighter shade of that so I can use it every day to go with my 2022 making more effort goal. I'm now going to set this into place with the Nude by Nature translucent finishing powder. I usually would use my Laura Mercier one, but for the purpose of this video I'm just going to use this one. It is a nice powder as well. I do prefer the Laura Mercier, but I just don't want to use it on the nights that I'm going to just take photos and take this off. So I'm going to use this one instead. Just going everywhere. Just kind of doing this in the viewfinder. I'm just going back to the eyes now, and I'm going to go in with that dark burgundy shade right here. I believe it was called 90s Model. Taking it on the same brush from before, making sure to tap off the excess quite a bit. I'm just going to use this to kind of lightly smoke out the outer section of the lower lash line. I feel like this look is making my eyes look very green. I'm very into it. I'm just going to take the brush that had kind of lighter brown and just buff that in a little bit. I'm not taking any extra colour though, just softening that line up a little bit. Got a little bit of fallout going on, so I'm just going to dust that away with a big powder brush. I'm just going to take this really pretty champagne colour at the top of the palette right here, called Custom Made. I'm just going to pop that in the inner corner with this little pencil brush. Love an inner corner highlight. I feel like it just makes the whole look pop. You see the difference? Moving on now to bronzer, I'm going to take the Nude by Nature bronzer in the shade Byron Bronze and this big fluffy brush from Show and just bronze up kind of like the outer section-ish of my face. That spot is just uncoverable. It's fine, we'll just pretend it's not there. And then for blush, I'm going to take the Morphe Blush Trio, the Pop of Peach one. I'm taking this middle shade right here, which is called Creator. I'm just popping it onto my cheeks using a Zoeva 126 Luxe Cheek Finish brush. I'm just popping that onto kind of like the upper apples of my cheeks. Then I'm just going to set this all into place with the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. This is where my makeup will really like come together. Oh yeah, my hand fan broke, so I need to order another one of those to dry my setting spray with. Then moving on to highlighter, I'm taking the Morphe Star Blazer Highlighter Palette, and I'm going to take the shade Extra, which is this one right here, onto my cheek bones, my nose, cupid's bow, that kind of thing. Bring that onto the high point over my cheekbone and kind of using the brush to merge it a little bit into the skin, a little bit on my nose, above the brow a little bit, and above the cupid's bow. Okay, I'm just going to take my blush brush and just stamp over this to blend the highlighter and the blush together a little bit. For lips, I'm going to take the Morphe Sweet Tea Lip Liner, which is an absolute go-to of mine. And then for lipstick, I'm taking the Sweet Tea Liquid Lipstick. I've not actually tried this before, so kind of excited. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's a little bit too brown for my liking, so I'm gonna try and lighten it up a little bit. To finish the look off, I'm gonna take this Morphe Froze lip gloss, which has a little bit of sparkle, and I feel like it will add the kind of spice the lip needs. Really not feeling this lip, I'm not gonna lie. Not a vibe for me. I might try the NYX Butter Gloss in Fortune Cookie on top instead, which is very light, so I feel like it's going to lighten it up a little bit. I hate it. I hate it. I actually hate this lip. Okay, be right back. I'm going to sort out this lip situation. I love that lip liner, but not the liquid lipstick. That's too brown. It looks nice to filter on. No, this is a mess. Okay, I'm literally just removing the lip so I'm not layering up like 5 million different lipsticks. And then I'm just going to reapply the liquid lipstick. I'm going to let that dry for like a little bit. And then I'm actually going to pop on the Nude by Nature Blush Liquid Lipstick right in the middle and try and blend that in a little bit. This is a little bit more pinky. I like it. Yeah, okay, I like it. I have got it on my nose. I like this combination. I just don't like the all over brown lip. It just really does not suit me at all. I suit a more pink tone. And now I love this combination. This is the finished look. So this is the finished like outcome look that I have somewhat created. I do actually very much like it. I feel very glamorous. It didn't really end up how I pictured it in my head, but it's fine. I just wanted to have a bit of a play with makeup and a big catch up with you all. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you made it this far, then well done, because I'm pretty sure it's a very long, rambly video. Again, like I mentioned before, please let me know what kind of content you want me to create. I really want to get back into the swing of things. It's going to be a gradual process, but we will get there. And I hope that everyone is well and had a fantastic New Year's as well. Let's just have the best 2022 ever. And yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload a new video. I'd really appreciate it. Follow me on my social media pages, Instagram, TikTok and Facebook, I would say, would be the good ones. My username is shivonmakeupbiz on everything if you want to know where to find me. And I shall see you very soon. Bye! Thanks for watching.